Hey gang, DVD collector back in the movie room. Welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100, the best collaboration channel on the planet. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was going to reenact a part of my movie like Ian did, but my wife said absolutely no chainsaws in the movie room, so I couldn't do that. So I'm sorry. Ian's was absolutely spectacular, though. I laughed all the way through it. Very, very good. So 2 thumbs up for Ian's video. Anyway, this is, of course, a movie from the year you were born week. It's 1974, and there is no other movie made in 1974 besides this movie. It overshadows everything, and that is Tobe Hooper's masterpiece, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just got this copy at Days of the Dead in Indianapolis on Blu-ray. It is out of print. I was so glad to find this. I know there's a 4K restoration copy coming out sometime in October or whatever, but you know what, I love this cover. I have a steelbook of this in DVD, and this one's fine for me. I watched it last night. It's got a great transfer, lots of good special preview stuff, commentary, everything. So, this is low budget horror at its best. It's not my favorite horror movie. It's not even my favorite horror franchise, but I have a lot of love and respect for this movie. Part 2, if you've ever seen it, is more or less a dark comedy. They continue the story with Leatherface and them, and it is very, very entertaining, very cult classic movie, as this one is. But there's just something about this one that always brings me to it. They do a lot with nothing in this movie, and that's what I love to see. Basically, the story is about a group of kids that's going down to see if their grandfather's grave was messed with some grave robberies in Texas. When they get there, though, they're met with a very weird family, and by one, they're picked off, and they get to meet the infamous Leatherface. So, not before they meet the dad and the brother, and eventually we get to meet the grandpa, who I've actually met, and was a really, really nice guy. I've never had the chance to meet Gunnar Hansen. He's always eluded me in the convention circuit, but someday I hope to meet him too. Some of the cool things about this movie is the style in which it was shot. It was meant for the drive-in theater. It was meant to have that grainy, cheap, just a scary, creepy look, which was good because they didn't have any money to do it any other way. A lot of directors start with horror movies because they make a lot of money and they're very easy to produce. And Tobe Hooper, of course, has always stayed in that genre, and he'll never make a movie that tops this. And that's not sad by any means. This is an amazing movie. Another couple good things about this is the way that they use different aspects to make you scary, because there's very little blood in this movie. If you don't know that, there's only a couple scenes. Even when the chainsaw is going off and through people and stuff, you don't see a lot of blood splatter. You don't see anything like that. You see a little bit of spray here and there. You see some on the wall and the floors, like when you walk into a room. But there's very little blood. It's all in your mind. They mess with you with music that's off key. It's purposely off key to make you uneasy while you sit there. The cameras that they'll use multiple cameras with a lot of blurred background to foreground stuff. They'll do a lot of really quick close-ups and really quick what's called a jump cut, where it's just a really shitty cut, kind of like a lot of YouTube video. I'm just joking. I'm just picking on Ian there. A lot of the jump cuts that they'll use to just keep you on your edge of your seat and keep you uneasy. They're not trying to frighten you with it, but they give you that sense of uneasiness. That way, when they do scare you, you're more scared. So, a lot of by today's standards, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre scary? Absolutely not. Will you still get a kind of a scared response from an audience? Yeah, you will, because of the tricks they play with your mind. But there's no shock value in the world today, so a big fat guy with a chainsaw chasing people down doesn't really scare people as much when, you know, there's people out there raping and killing babies and that kind of thing. It didn't happen as much when these films were made. That's why they were scary back then. Nowadays, it's just it's another horror movie, and it's a great one. So if you've never seen Texas Chainsaw, please do yourself the service of finding it, picking it up. Wait for the 4K transfer if you would. This is out of print. I found it really cheap, $15, which is very, 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 very cheap for what this is. But if you can't find a copy of this, wait for the 4K transfer, because I'm sure it'll be amazing, and it'll be on everybody's shelves. But anyway, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, year I was born, 1974. Even though Ian keeps saying I'm 50, I'm sorry to disappoint, I'm not. So, thank you everybody for doing this week for my birthday. We do it for everybody's, but this is my week, and it means a lot. So, anyway, until next time. Watch everybody else's videos, and comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you later.